Hey guys, welcome to the shop. So today's video is on the toolbox fallacy, or how to turn your milling machine into a precision measuring instrument. So the toolbox fallacy, as I understand it, essentially is an out for people who are afraid to fail. And it's them giving themselves a reason that they can't do something instead of finding ways to accomplish the task. Now, in my shop, I only have up to 6-inch measuring devices. I do not have measuring devices that will measure over a 6-inch length to any degree of accuracy beyond a ruler. So, in this case, to measure a part longer than 6 inches, I have to use my milling machine because I don't have a digital readout on the lathe. This is easier with a digital readout, but you can do it without a digital readout. So what we're going to do is use this edge finder, and we're going to find these edges to within a couple thousandths of an inch. And this technique will absolutely get you within 10 thousandths of an inch all day long. Frankly, usually better. I've kind of played with it on smaller parts that I can measure, and I've gotten within 2 or 3 thousandths of the micrometer reading, sometimes even 1. It really relies on you just when you touch off the probe and looking for it to kick, you have to just be on your A game. In practice, getting it to repeat. So you want it to repeat perfectly. And it's like anything else, you need to practice. You know, nobody's perfect. And the math behind it's pretty easy because what we're measuring here is the edge of the part to the center line of the spindle. So what we do is, because we're measuring it on the other side too, we're just use the full diameter of the probe, and that's your offset. So when we measure this, we're just going to subtract 200 thousandths of an inch from the total length. So we just turn the machine on. You can use these with the machine off. I find it easier to run them with the machines on. So there we kicked. And I actually practiced this off camera just so I wouldn't look like a complete goof. And we repeated exactly where my first zero reading for this end was. Because there's nothing more embarrassing than trying to record a YouTube video sharing a skill that you can't do. It's just like, understand your tools and think creatively. Like, not everything has to be done by the book. You don't have to have the special tool for everything. Sometimes you just have to be creative. So there we are, we kicked. And I don't know why I did that. Let's repeat it one more time, see if it kicks in the exact same spot. And it did, it kicked within 2 10,000ths of an inch. We're going to do it one more time because it's good practice, you know. Make sure you really know how to use your tool. Okay, so we kicked within a 0.5 thousandths of an inch. So I guess that's our practical limit on this, is plus or minus 1 thousandths of an inch. So our reading here is 11.550. I round down, so the 10 thousandths column on this machine, I just treat round down or round up. Don't read it directly because it's not that precise. So this part is 11.35 inches. So that sounds to me like someone tried to cut it to 11 3/8 inches with a saw and didn't do a great job. But you know, this is what we're getting into. Like, you don't have to have the special tool for everything. You don't have to have every measuring tool you want. You don't have to have every fixture plate you want. You don't have to have every cutter you want. There's almost always a way around the challenges you face in life or in machining that aren't immediately obvious. So you don't succumb to the toolbox fallacy. Don't give yourself excuses on why you can't do something. Find ways to do it. Focus on finding success instead of giving yourself reasons you're not ready for it. Now, this is also tough because you'll see in here how, like, it's tough to preach. You see how many specialist tools are in here, but that's not, I can do the jobs without a lot of the special tools. Like, a lot of what I can do on a surface grinder, I can do lapping. Or I can do scraping. It's just the special tools make it faster and make it easier, but they aren't strictly necessary to just do it. So thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you appreciated this video, and I hope this kind of makes you guys think about how, well, you know, maybe I can do more than I think. Maybe I don't need all of these tools. Maybe I can just go make something or do something or achieve something. And try not to give yourself excuses. There's always a way to do something. It's just not always obvious.